Good morning, students. Today we are moving to the fifth module, and this fifth module mainly deals with consolidation of the soil and compressibility. Okay, introduction. We know the structures, all the structures are built on soil, and they transfer loads to the subsoil through the foundation. And the effect of these external load is felt by the soil normally up to a depth of about 4 times the width of the foundation. That we have discussed what is pressure bulb. Within this pressure bulb, the effect of the load is felt by the soil. Okay, that is usually this pressure bulb will be up to a depth is equal to 4 times the width of the foundation. Okay, within that depth, the effect of the load is felt by the soil. Hmm. The soil within this depth get compressed due to the imposed stresses. Due to this external load, the soil will be compressed up to this depth or this pressure bulb. And the compression of the soil mass leads to decrease in the volume of the mass, which results in settlement of the structure. That is known as settlement. Settlement occurs when the compression of the soil mass leads to decrease in the volume of soil mass, which leads to compression of the structure. So if the settlement is not kept to tolerable limit, the desired use of the structure may not be impaired and the design life of the structure may be reduced. That is, usually settlement will occur on the soil surface, and if the settlement is not kept within tolerable limit, the structure itself may be failed. Okay, so it is therefore very important to have a mean of predicting the amount of soil compression or consolidation. Okay, that is the importance of consolidation. We have to predict the settlement or compression of the structure or compression of the soil mass due to this external load. Otherwise, the whole building will get failed. The best example is Leaning Tower of Pisa, and this leaning tower of Pisa is due to the effect of consolidation. Okay, so we have to study the consolidation of the soil thoroughly, because it is very important, because if the settlement is not within the tolerable limit, the whole structure may become failed. That is the importance of consolidation. Next, compressibility. What is compressibility? It is the process of decrease in volume of soil due to increase in loads of the soil. Okay, that is decrease in volume of soil due to increase in the external load on the soil. And this compressibility of the soil may be due to expulsion of water, expulsion of air, or plastic readjustment of soil particle, etc. So based on this compressibility is classified into different category. First one, first one is compaction. Compaction means expulsion of pore water. That is known as compaction. And second one is consolidation. Compaction, this compaction part we will be discussing in last module, sixth module. In this module we are dealing with consolidation, and this consolidation maybe takes place in different steps. And first degree consolidation means it is expulsion of pore water. Expulsion of water from voids is known as first degree consolidation. And next is the compression of water and solid molecules due to the external load, and this will be very negligible in the case of soil. Okay, and last type is second degree consolidation, which is due to the plastic readjustment of soil molecules to achieve more stable position. That is due to the external load. Initially pore water will be expelled out. Finally the soil has to attain a more stable position. For that there will be plastic readjustment between the soil particles, and that stage is known as second degree consolidation. Okay, so this compaction means expulsion of air, expulsion of air voids or expulsion of air. That is known as compaction. And this consolidation is mainly expulsion of water. Okay, and this consolidation maybe takes place in different steps that will be we will be discussing later. Okay, so this compressibility of the we have discussed in this slide, that is compressibility is in different steps. So this compressibility of the soil mainly classified into compaction and consolidation. What is compaction? Compaction means expulsion of air from the voids, and consolidation is expulsion of water from the voids. That is the main difference between compaction and consolidation. You remember, compaction means expulsion of air, consolidation means expulsion of water. And this compaction is instantaneous process. It is due to expulsion of pore air. And this consolidation can be takes place in two steps: primary consolidation, secondary consolidation. In primary consolidation, there will be expulsion of pore water, and this primary consolidation is time dependent. As time increases, the expulsion of pore water increases and settlement also increases. That is, primary consolidation is time dependent and it is the expulsion of pore water. And the secondary consolidation is also time dependent and it is very slow process. It may be taken many years to complete the secondary consolidation, maybe 100 years, etc., because it is very slow process. And it is due to the plastic readjustment of soil molecules, and this plastic readjustment adjustment of soil particle will takes place very slowly. So it is a very slow process. It may take so many years, but this primary consolidation is time dependent. It is of short period because here expulsion of pore water is taking place. So that is the main difference between compaction and consolidation. Next, compressibility. What is settlement? Settlement, compressibility, both are same. Settlement is defined as the compression of a soil layer due to the loading applied at or near its top surface. Okay, compression of soil layer is known as settlement. The total compression of soil under load is composed of three components. This compression or compressibility can be classified into three steps. First one, elastic settlement; second, primary consolidation settlement; and last one, secondary compression. First one, immediate or elastic settlement. Okay, first step, immediate or elastic settlement, and uh, it occurs suddenly after the application of load. Okay, it is caused by elastic deformation of dry soil and moist and saturated soil without change in moisture content. In the immediate or elastic settlement stage, it is the stage occurring immediately after the application of load. And here there is no change in moisture content, that is, pore water is not expelling because it is immediately after the application of load, and at that stage there is elastic deformation of dry soil and of moist and saturated soil. That stage is known as immediate or elastic settlement. Okay, and second one, after this elastic deformation, what will occur? The water from the voids will be expelled out, and that is known as primary consolidation settlement. Here the volume change in saturated corrosive soils as a result of expulsion of water that occupies the void space, that is known as primary consolidation settlement. And in primary consolidation settlement, pore water is expelling out from the voids. Okay, then after that, after expulsion of pore water, the soil has to attain a stable condition. For that, there will be a plastic readjustment between the soil particles, and that is taking place in third stage, that is secondary consolidation settlement. Here the volume change due to plastic adjustment of soil fabrics under a constant effective stress, that is known as secondary consolidation settlement. So this consolidation or compressibility is taking place in three stages. First one, immediate or elastic settlement, and it occurs immediately after the application of load, and here elastic deformation of the soil takes place, and here there will not be any expulsion of water, that is, moisture content is constant, there is no change in moisture content. And after that, after immediate settlement, the pore water will be expelling out from the voids and is known as primary consolidation settlement. And after expelling or after removing the soil water from the voids, the soil has to attain a stable position. For that, there will be plastic readjustment of soil fabrics, that is known as secondary consolidation settlement. Okay, these are the three stages of consolidation or compressibility. Next, and this consolidation settlement usually occurs on clay soil only, because coarse grained soil do not undergo consolidation settlement due to relatively high hydraulic conductivity compared to clay soil. Instead, coarse grained soil undergo immediate settlement, because in the case of coarse grained soil, the voids will be high, that is, intergranular space will be high, therefore it will undergo immediate settlement only. Okay, because the void space is high. But in the case of clay soil, the process will be very slow, and consolidation occurs on clay soil only. In the case of this coarse grained soil or coarser soil, consolidation will not occur. In coarse grained soil, immediate settlement only occurs. That's consolidation. And this consolidated settlement is the vertical displacement of the surface corresponding to the volume change in saturated corrosive soil as a result of expulsion of water that occupies the void space. The same I have explained, that is, here volume change occurs due to the expulsion of water and occurs in saturated corrosive soil, that is, in clay soil or only this consolidation settlement occurs. Then consolidation is the time-dependent settlement of fine-grained soil resulting from expulsion of water from the soil pores. And soil pores, that is, consolidation is time dependent. As time increases, consolidation or settlement also increases, and it occurs in fine-grained soil or coarse soil or clay soil. Okay. The rate of escape of water depends upon permeability of the soil, and this rate depends upon permeability. If the soil is more permeable, the escape of water will be fastly, and if it is less permeable, it will take so many years to complete the consolidation. So based on the permeability, the rate varies. This figure shows consolidation, that is, due to the application of external load, pore water will be expelled out, and there will be settlement of the soil particle. So occurs in saturated clay. In clay soil only, this consolidation occurs in saturated clay only. Course, in saturated clay there will be water, and the expulsion of water due to the load is known as consolidation, and it is time dependent, that is, as time increases, settlement also increases up to a point. After that it will become constant. Then, since permeability of clay is low, drainage occurs slowly, therefore settlement is delayed. That is, in clay soil, it may occur, it is very slow and may complete by so many years. Clay soil undergo consolidated settlement not only under action of external load, but also under its own weight or weight of the soil that exists above the clay. That is known as geostatic load. Due to geostatic load also, the clay soil may undergo consolidation settlement due to its own weight. Then clay soil also undergoes settlement when dewatered. Okay, when water is removed from the clay soil, there will be increase in effective stress, because effective stress is equal to, what is effective stress? We have discussed in last lecture, that is, effective stress is equal to total stress minus pore water pressure. And if we are dewatering, the pore water pressure will get reduced, so that effective stress will get increased. Okay, so at that case also, clay soil may undergo settlement. Then next is the difference between consolidation and compaction, that I was already mentioned. That is, compaction is an instantaneous process, and it is applicable to all types of the soil. But this consolidation is time dependent, and it is applicable to clay soil only. It can occur over hundreds of years because it is time dependent. Compaction is instantaneous process. Okay. Next difference is compaction is applicable to unsaturated soils, because here decrease in air voids occurs. Okay, there is no water, there is no escape of water, so it is applicable to unsaturated soils. But this consolidation is applicable to saturated soil only, because here water consolidation is the decrease in water voids, so it occurs in saturated soils only. Then last difference is, in compaction, dry density increases, water content does not change. Here dry density, when we are compacting the soil, the density will get increased, but water content does not change. But in the case of consolidation, dry density increases, also water content decreases. Okay, here in consolidation, there is escape of water, therefore water content decreases, but dry density increases. These are the difference between consolidation and compaction. Okay, so I have discussed the difference between consolidation, compaction, and what is consolidation, compressibility, settlement, etc. That is introduction part of this fifth module. So you just go through Aurora textbook and read this portion. Today I am winding this topic. Thank you.